Yeah. What's the date?
3:00 on Thursday. We have to bolt right after though, because we're going to Jersey right after. But if you want to come to Elmo, it's 3:00.
You guys are going to Jersey?
Yeah, Christmas. We're gonna go up there, see family members, and then not for a long trip. We'll be back real fast.
Nice. That'll be fun though.
And
Always
then
fun to get up there and hang out for a little bit and see fam during the holiday season.
Yeah, and then we're home, like, because we're home the next week. So seriously, come over. Hang out with us.
I very well might. I'm going to do a little bit of time over at the kiddos and hang out over there. And then, like I said, I've always been weird on Christmas mornings, though. Like going over to other people's houses on Christmas mornings are like, I don't know. I'm just like not my thing. It's such a bonding time with family. And it's always been that traditional. Like I remember my memories of always grabbing breakfast and then you open your presents and then you annoy the shit out of your parents throughout and you try to play the things that are, you're going to completely ignore everybody because you're excited about your new fancy shiny. So
yeah, and I expect the kids to do that, so we'll be fine. So like, yeah, I mean, even if you want to wait like for them to open, I mean, we're going to be up at like 7 opening gifts.
I know that's why after like noon it's safe.
Yeah, it's not even noon; they'll be done by like 7:05. And once that starts, they're going to be like, we're playing, we're doing things,
and then for us, it's just cleanup. Yeah. That's all we do is like, we're really good at like, putting wrapping paper into a bag.
Yeah. So feel free, man. We got AJ here. AJ, what's going on, man? Happy Sunday, brother.
What's up, my dude?
AJ actually had have you watched Hawkeye yet?
I have. I am loving Hawkeye. I am a big fan.
Yeah. It's okay. So I've said, I've gone on record as saying this, that my favorite this year so far, show this year from Marvel has been Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes, you have.
Now it's Hawkeye.
Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier did a fantastic job with the buddy cop version, and I think watching it week to week, it lost a little something. When you actually marathon the whole thing, they did a better job, and you see that buddy copness between them. This being week to week with Clint Barton, who's not really superhero like the other ones are. He gets beat up and banged up and a little more damaged. I know Sam, he's just a regular dude as well. So it's nice that we're seeing more of the regular dudes, just guys like Haley Steinfeld, is the new Hawkeye, and she's just a person, someone who trained her butt off for it, but just people. So it's pretty rad.
I'm actually glad you said that, because for me, when I'm watching it and you see Hawkeye getting beat up and the whole 9 yards throughout, and he's taking those licks, they have the cuts, they have this. You don't see that. And I understand he's Captain America now, but you don't see that with Sam Wilson. And I feel like you should. It would make me cheer for him more. It's like, yeah, he gets hurt at times, but then he's like right back up. And it's like, I get the whole aspect of Captain America. I get it. And you should do that. But it would be so much more effective, the fact that I'm not taking the super soldier serum. Mm-hmm. And when he gets beat up, it's like, okay, but he gets up quicker. Like Hawkeye can't anymore.
Yeah. Well, Hawkeye's older. Hawkeye's, more beat up. He's been through different kinds of missions than Sam has. He's been doing different things. Sam, has the sweet jetpack that he's able to fly away on. Clint still gets blown up. I mean, he lost his hearing because of that. There's a lot of things that he's not able to avoid the way Sam can.
Yeah, it's so that for me, like watching Hawkeye go through that, like this is for me, I'm almost seeing it like a lot of people I think have been saying, like, I think this is Hawkeye's last rodeo. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I think this is Hawkeye's last rodeo as a non-leader.
Yeah.
I think he's going to take more of a leadership role, and I dig that a lot.
Which is great because, I mean, he was the leader in the West Coast Avengers. He was that character. He did that. So I think it's good to see him build into that role. And then hopefully hand it off so we can have like Spider-Woman and open all these other things for a new team. There's new openings. I mean, we already have War Machine. We have all these other people. So why not get West Coast Avengers?
Yeah. And even if you you make the young Avengers, because I've heard talk of like Cassie Lang is going to join in and stuff like that. That would be interesting. Like I would like a young, and you have Miss Marvel coming out. And everything.
We're going to have Squirrel Girl and then supposedly Spider-Gwen. We've already gotten her in one version of Into the Spider-Verse. But now hopefully we'll see what we get beyond in live action.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And I think everything is just so up in the air, like until Spider-Man. Spider-Man is one of those ones where it's like, yeah, we kind of know what's happening, but we have no idea of the scope.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fun part is we get to play, and as much as we love to theory craft and come up with, oh, I saw this character in this moment of this in a trailer, it's like, but we don't know what the story's going to be yet.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, some people may have already, excuse me, some people may have already dug and discovered that. We are not those people. I would rather actually let them tell me the story, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But I do dig like what they've done with all the shows this year and kind of how they've put everything together, and now finishing off with Spider-Man, which is probably going to be the biggest movie of all time, which is saying something. I can't wait to see where they take it, because next up we have Doctor Strange, and that's going to take it even farther. And there's so many people even being thrown out there, like, oh, this person can show up, this person can show up. It's all rumored. Nobody has any fucking clue. Let's be real.
They lock that stuff down so fucking tight that Tom Holland, if Tom Holland can't ruin it at this point, you know, no one else is gonna leak anything. So
yeah, it's hysterical at this point. But I will say, so much going on right now that I'm really interested for it. I want to see where it goes, because we're getting Morbius. Actually, the next movie is Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius is gonna be cool.
Which is incorporating. We know Venom's going to be there. So, what universe does this take place? Is what I'm wondering. So, I'm really interested in it. Oh, let's not forget Eli Bradley. Eli Bradley was fantastic. I love that whole thing.
Yep.
That whole play, and but that's what I loved about Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love the seriousness of it, but like you said, the buddy cop. AJ's got some really good theories. I couldn't think of the word. Theories going forward, especially with Secret Invasion coming up.
Yeah, I mean, with Secret Invasion coming up, and with how much we've had with Ross and everything else that we've seen now, getting a little bit of Abomination, like starting to see if the Thunderbolts might come in, like if that's something that could be potentially brought out. Yeah. So there's a lot of fun little stuff that's kind of opening a lot of doors, and it'll be really interesting to see how they tie it all together.
Oh, that's legit. And I would say this. Say hello, Jason, first of all. So everybody knows that this show on Sunday nights is an open forum. Please comment. If you got topics you want to talk about, if you have news that you saw that you want to talk about, throw it out there, because we're going to throw it all up. We're going to talk about it. That's the whole point of this. Whereas like our Snobs podcast is more like we have topics kind of like condensed and like we bring in every once in a while. This is wide open. So go for it.
We like to be outrageous.
We do.
And this way we can interact with you, the peoples.
We're dressed up in Christmas because we just got off of a show.
Yeah, doing a Christmas show, which was awesome.
That went very poorly on my end.
I think it went great.
We'll let the audience decide. Will we get Kingpin in 5 or 6 of Hawkeye? That was totally Dino Frio. That's right. That's what we're going to call him, Vincent Dino Frio. Dino Frio in episode 3. Didn't get better. Dono Frios. So Vincent D'Onofrios was okay. So here's what I want to hear what Casey has to say. But first, just so you know my theory of it, what I've been talking about lately on my TikToks and stuff, I think it has been a strategic move from the beginning to have either what's his name, Dino Frio, come out, also known as AKA Vincent D'Onofrio, come out. Either in the 5th episode or the 6th episode as Kingpin, but they're holding him back to either, if he's on the 5th episode, that's going to be your Matt Murdock is going to be a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's your solution. Or they're going to wait for Spider-Man to come out, and then the 6th episode say, okay, now you know that it exists here. But I think it got out so much, that's why Kevin Feige had to come out and be like, yeah, he's our Daredevil.
Yeah, well, he did have to do that because I think Charlie Cox first of all, he is Daredevil. He was amazing. The Netflix series, hands down, one of the best things that Marvel has ever put on television. I put it above WandaVision, which I think was a tour de force. It was wonderful what they did with that show. I love the way they changed it. I love the way they were messing with your mind the whole time. It was fantastic. But Charlie Cox played a character that was beloved by myself as a child. So I was always a big fan of Daredevil. So to be able to see him done absolutely brilliantly on screen, why would you change that? I think that's a matter of just taking something that's already great, like D'Onofrio's Kingpin, and just adding that in. And the two need to be there, especially if we've had all this Hell's Kitchen stuff. We've already had Defenders. We know that they exist in the world. So let's start seeing them. Let's start seeing them in play in the MCU. And I think this is a good way to bring them in.
I like the idea of maybe they were both blipped.
Yeah.
So like Kingpin is like building back up, and like because then I could see the red tracksuit gang be like more influential in that. Like they were holding down the fort like after he left.
That would make sense. No, that would make sense. I like it. I think it totally makes sense. The idea that he was blipped, a lot of maybe the Defenders were blipped, a lot of different superheroes were blipped, and now they're coming back.
When we get closer to Secret Invasion, I would love to do like a show like this where we try and figure out before the show comes out, we try and figure out who was a Skrull. Because and AJ said it to me the other night, and I think it would be interesting. But like, we each make out a list because we know Skrulls are going to have existed all throughout. They're going to retcon every movie, on every show, and like we figure out which character was a Skrull the whole time.
I like it. I'm in. We will have to put that together.
Kathleen, hi, Kathleen. Welcome. Dino Frios, we know. That was his voice in 3, or am I not?
That was his voice.
I felt like I remember his hands. I don't remember her voice.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm going with voice. I feel like that was him. That I know that. What was it? Law and Order: Criminal Intent. I used to fall asleep to that voice. So
that's fair. All right. I mean, there's not many voices that you can't fall asleep to better than that.
Yeah, I mean, not in The Cell, but definitely in Law and Order CI.
What do you think about Ned possibly becoming Hobgoblin? The theory there.
I'm okay with it. I like that idea. I would totally work that.
Yeah,
I don't think there's many stretches right now that they could make that I wouldn't be on board with.
Yeah. Well, what about Chris Evans returning as what's his name? Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Go ahead.
Even if it's just like a moment.
That would be hilarious if he just shows up, clicks on, flame on, and he's out. I'd be great.
Shows up because they're talking about him possibly for Doctor Strange.
So that would be wonderful because I loved that first run of Fantastic Four. The second movie wasn't as great, but I liked the first one a lot.
No.
I mean, Dr. Doom sucked, but their characters were good, and at least they gave them a decent backstory, not like that junk with whatever Miles Teller and Kate Mara.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, well, first of all, we're not talking about Holiday. That's as much as you get. Let's assume it's Johnny Storm.
Emily Roberts, and she's amazing. Emily Roberts, sorry.
Oh, well, let me ask you this. So just so like as we go on, what are some storylines now that like, okay, Venom is in this universe that you would like to see happen? Do you want to see like the symbiote suit reach out for Spider-Man?
Absolutely. I want to see Secret War. I want them to work their way to Secret War as much as humanly possible. And by bringing everyone possibly in through the Schism multiverse, we're going to get a bleed over to the point that could potentially create and lead us up to Secret War, which is what I want to see. I want to see Dr. Doom be the hero and for everyone to understand that he is the hero that he thinks he is. So that would be fun.
You know what? I like that, and I'm down too. Like, I would love to see all that stuff. Like, and I'd love to talk about one day, like some comics that we would love to see, get made. But I do Secret War. I think as soon as you introduced Kang, that was like that's where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping anyway.
Like, because there's not much else. Like after the Infinity Saga. Like, granted, there's like a myriad of like huge events that happen, but like, how do you top Infinity Saga? And that's got to be Secret War.
Yeah, I mean, Secret War, or no, agreed. Secret Wars 2. Which was, I mean, you had Planet Hulk, which was great, and Planet Hulk they kind of backdoored with Ragnarok, but now we could get World War Hulk. That's still true. On the table. and I would love to see that one. But I feel like you should do Secret War before World War Hulk because you want every possible character out there for World War Hulk for him to just decimate them all.
Yeah, that's legit. Okay, AJ. The only way Ned becoming Hobgoblin is if the spell works to make everyone forget, and Defoe Goblin helps Ned become the villain. I like that. Yeah, you're right. That's the way it works.
Yep.
I like that.
And there's a very good chance that Spider-Man, being who he is going to try to keep everybody in. That he doesn't want people to go, that he's going to be the guy, oh, if you leave, they're all going to die. You can't go back because you're going to die if you go back, and then create that friendship and screw things up. So I could see DeVoe sticking around.
Yeah, I actually think, in my theory, and this is complete theory, everybody, is we're probably going to get Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. He's going to die.
Yeah.
I think he's going to try and help Peter, and he's going to end up dying, but everybody else is going to stick around.
It'll be interesting to see if that's how it goes. I hope it is, because but by the time we reach the Strange movie, everything's got to be so broken that that's what allows him to, or forces him into the multiverse of madness, as it were. Yeah. And then eventually face off Wanda.
Yeah, I dig that. I would love, and this is completely out there, this has not been mentioned before, it would be kind of cool to introduce Dr. Doom in this. So Victor Von Doom exists in this world with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. He exists, but he is a normal-looking man who's running Latveria and doing his thing. But when this shift happens, his body just morphs. Some kind of shift happens like it did in Venom that morphs him into the Victor Von Doom that we know. And it can come from any universe. It can come from the cartoon universe, comic book universe, whatever. And then he becomes in that moment, he sees the driving force. Dr. Doom has to take over to save everyone. So that's what becomes the driving force for that. Mm-hmm. He knows, he's all knowing after that, throughout all the universes. And I think that would be an interesting take.
That would be amazing, because that would open his eyes to the point of leading us to Secret War. You know what I'm saying? That would be the beginning. Well, actually not the beginning, but it would be us seeing the start of him and then allowing him to play out with the role that he's going to have.
Yeah. Jay Sales says, I think part of Venom La Symbiote, Dino Frios, symbiote, is going to stick around when he is returned to his universe. I don't think he's going to be returned to his universe.
You don't think Venom is going to be returned?
No, I don't think anybody's going to be returned.
And not at the end of this. No,
I don't think they're going to be returned at all. I think the whole point of Peter fighting Doctor Strange, saying, I can't just let people die. And then at the end, when he's like, I can't control it, they're coming in. I think this is going to lead to a multiversal war. Mm-hmm. But I think there's going to be so many characters that are kind of introduced. This is how you introduce them. So now you have Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery. They're all there.
Yeah, full Sinister Six plus.
So it'd be interesting. And I think that Tom Hardy loves playing Venom. Mm-hmm. He was not a huge fan of the stories completely, but now it's open. Marvel's in there with it. And I really think that he's going to continue playing Venom. And why not keep him around in this universe? So I think he'll be there. AJ says, could we see Doctor Strange trailer before No Way Home since it's ready to go? I truly hope so.
I think we will. I mean, there'll definitely be leaks before then.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, man.
Yeah, since Venom has a hive mind, what if he recognizes Tobey Maguire and kills him? AJ, that's a freaking awesome one. That would be great. I would really like it even more if he actually recognized Topher Grace and killed him.
That'd be so funny. I did say that in a TikTok video. We can go back where it was a theory where it would be funny if if Topher Grace's Eddie Brock and Venom came into play and the other Venom got mad because they were so lame and ate him. I thought that would be a really funny way to go.
Dude, I would love that so much.
Or he doesn't have the symbiote or something, and he wants it. He's like, I want it back. I want the power. And they just eat him.
Because they're like, no. Not you. You're not Eddie.
Because he knows he's like that symbiote is like, no, my Eddie is good. You're bad. You do bad things, and like eats them. And I just think it would be funny.
Eddie, this is one of the bad ones. We must protect the world from them lethally.
The lethal protector, for sure.
Exactly.
I love it. But yeah, there's so many places you can go with this. Like, so I think we're definitely getting Submariner.
You think?
In Doctor
Prince
Strange.
Namor?
Yeah, I think we're getting him. Here's why. Gargantos is going to be a villain in it. Gargantos, for anybody who doesn't know or doesn't read the comics, is an undersea villain that the Submariner has fought on many an occasion. So I think it would be really interesting, since they're going to fight him in this, Submariner makes an appearance.
That would be pretty rad. Now, I would also say that could, if he makes an appearance, that'd be great. Because that opens the door, since they've already announced whenever the Fantastic Four is, 2024, I think they said.
Yeah.
So that would, Namor was the number one guy against the Fantastic Four for a long time early in the books. Golden Age, I think. So that would be interesting to see. I'd like to see them brought back.
Yeah.
Sooner than later.
Where would you like to see the Captain America 4 movie go?
Man, that's going to be hard. Because I need to know where the storylines are progressing and what they're looking to do and what do they want. I think it'd be great to do theoretically after this. Or, would you do this? Would you put... I can't say, because I don't know where they're going to go with it. I don't know what they want to do with it. So until we have any idea, why would I want... do I want Captain America to be fighting with other Captain Americas? Do I want to see Captain America fighting with the Falcon? Do I want to see a couple Winter Soldiers hanging out? There's a lot of options. I don't know what the ask is there. You know what I'm saying? The door's too wide open. I don't fucking know what makes sense or logically where you would put it.
Here's what I think you should start off with the Sam Wilson Captain America 4 movie. So you remember when they did Civil War announcement?
Mm-hmm.
And before that, it said on the screen, it said Civil War and the Surfing Society.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be really good introduction to Sam Wilson's Captain America and even Bucky. I want Bucky in there.
Mm-hmm.
They have to go up against the Serpent Society.
Okay.
And that's their first movie, their foray into it. Like there's a main, that's because that was a big villain for them. I think it'd be really interesting to see that kind of like how they open up, if that makes sense. And like that's the villain, kind of an enclosed movie.
I do, and I get that. The only problem is right now, I feel like with this happening all with the multiverse stuff, I don't know if it fits or if it plays, or if they would take it back and say, all right, Captain America 4, we're going to show you this tale previous to when you saw Sam fighting, and if we see him in Doctor Strange or whatever else comes out, Ant-Man, because, we still have Quantumania too. So, I don't even know where I feel like Sam could fit before Quantumania or after.
But AJ brought that up too the other day. He said that there was a rumor that Corey Stoll could come back as MODOK.
Oh,
that would be
cool. I would like that. That would be a lot of fun.
Maybe we can get a new version of Howling Commandos in Captain America 4. It'd be interesting for him to have like a little group, especially if he has to put one together to fight the Surfer Society. Yeah.
See, that would be brilliant if he does that. And if he does that after the multiverse is fixed, it's safe. You're progressing the story of the current heroes. Yeah. But if you do that previous to the multiverse, I don't know. Who's to say? He could just maybe grab the original Howling Commandos, for crying out loud.
Sure, fair. I hope it doesn't get that big. I don't think we need everybody in on all times. I
just have such a fear that Marvel has the ability to go that big because they've done it and succeeded. So why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? Like even the Eternals that wasn't great still got huge love and still made money. So
true. I will say this, Jason Taylor, will we see Old Man Rogers again? Yes. I think so. Yeah. It's been hinted at too much, so I don't think it's locked in. I don't think Chris Evans is like, okay, I'm getting ready to play. I think I honestly think if we give him a little time, because they've already mentioned on Falcon and Winter Soldier that when he was like, he's like, I'm Captain America. He goes, isn't he on the moon? Which is a play to Old Man Rogers working on the moon. We know there's a moon base with Sword.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to say that's where he is now working as an old man. And eventually, Old Man Rogers goes back to being not Captain America, but he goes back to being the super soldier. And that would be cool if down the line he comes back in. He's not Captain America. He's super soldier. I'm cool with it. And we can have him fight again one day.
I'd be a fan of that if he just shows up in fatigues and does it old school. That would be rad.
So AJ, I'll expand on this a little bit more because I like that. So the watch from Hawkeye, the Rolex that he's looking for, could belong to Old Man Steve. That'd be interesting. I kind of like the idea. Yeah, I mean, maybe it is. It was a man's watch, so there's a lot of theories that it could belong to Laura.
Yeah,
his wife, and that maybe she was Mockingbird. She's been out of life for a long time, and he's trying to keep it that way and her hidden. I think it's going to play into that, but I don't think it's going to be her watch.
No, I think it plays into the Ronin side. I mean, right now, everything he's been trying to do is to hide Ronin. And if that watch is his out, and he's saying, I have to protect my friend, which is himself as Ronin, I don't see him trying to protect anyone else.
Well, I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, like, he did tell Kate that he was Ronin. And then after he told her that, said that, no, this watch belongs to a friend of mine. I have to protect it. So it could, it could. Yeah, it could definitely be Ronin and how it plays into it. I just wish they would have let on a little bit more because, like, now if you just say that, I feel like they deflected from it too much and it doesn't make sense to certain parts of the story.
Okay.
But listen, anything can happen.
I mean, it's Marvel. It would be cool if it was like Old Man Steve's watch. I don't know why that would be something he would have to protect, though.
I agree too.
Unless he's protecting current Steve. You know what I'm saying? So unless current Steve is on the moon doing something and somehow this watch ties into it.
I thought at first, and this is just me, remember when Tony Stark had the nanotech watch that he pulled over and it was a glove?
Oh, yeah, and it turned into the blaster and he was, yeah.
I thought it was that because that's the only watch I can think of that stands out. And if the nanotech in that gets into the wrong hands, it could be a big deal. And so it's him protecting basically Tony Stark's technology.
Could be. Or it could also be like, remember, he has Pymtech arrows. That could be Hank Pym's watch.
That's true.
So it could be a watch like, that has something to do with, like, maybe inside there's something in there or some sort of code. Ooh, maybe Zola's in there, huh? Yeah, remember Zola? Zola, the last bits of Zola are in there.
How fucked up would it be if, like, Zola's in the watch and he's just like, son of a bitch, I've been trapped for this long. He's just pissed.
We have been waiting all this time. Hydra will rise again.
I do love that they brought him back in What If.
I know, right? It was awesome.
Oh my god. I am anxious to see what they do with X-Men, though. And see where they go with it.
I'm always hesitant because X-Men's my favorite. X-Men was my numero uno, and they kind of pooped all over it, so it made me sad.
They're not getting rid of that, though. There's no way they're not. There's no way Kevin Feige's standing there now that he owns it, and he's like, they're not coming in. Like
No, I mean they've retconned and used too many things, and I mean the Alpha Flight stuff, everything they did post X3 Last Stand was great. So I'm hoping to see maybe something grow out of that, and we get something further than that. I'm sorry, Crazy Man 1108.
Yeah, I was reading it and it made me laugh. Crazy Man 1108. Can't imagine Armanzola has a weird German Alexa. That's
yes. We will tell you the temperature now, and we will also tell. Would you like to hear Dua Lipa?
Hawkeye goes to get rid of the watch, and like Armanzola is just like, no, I'll help you. Just keep me going. And then it just turns into this weird like Heat Vision and Jack type of scenario where Hawkeye has Armanzola on his wrist at all times.
Oh, please, Mr. Barton, would you take a left here?
And I know I dated myself with Heat Vision and Jack, but if anybody doesn't know what Heat Vision and Jack is, go to YouTube and type it in and thank me later. Yes, St. Mary's alum here. What's up? All right. Went to high school. Did we go to high school together? Or did you go to high school at the same time as me?
That's a good question.
I want to say
inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know. I do like the idea of anonymity here for a little while. I don't know, because high school was a rough time for me.
Oh, you came out looking fantastic.
Listen, doesn't mean I wasn't a douche. No, I don't think I was a douche, but I was definitely a dork. Class of 99, year before me. All right. Sounds good.
All right. 2000, year before me. What's up?
Fair. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going down the line. We're knocking down the dominoes here.
Yeah, we got a 3 in a row. Let's roll. Oh, tell me AJ's 02.
AJ, you have to be a 98 or an 02. With it here. Come on.
Jason Samesy. Where's Kathleen? Kathleen Holland.
If Kathleen's still watching, it's like 20.
Yeah, but Kathleen's like 010. She's a baby.
Yeah, probably. A wee young lass.
Yeah, just a wee one. Not like us old crusty fucks.
So what do we got? What else we got? Oh, did you see the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer?
No, I didn't.
I'm so excited for this freaking movie.
I mean, here's my thing. Sonic 1 was... I half-heartedly watched it. Everybody said how great it was, so now I really need to... I need to really sit down and give it a ride. That's only fair.
Yeah. I am so ready for whatever comes next in the pantheon of video game movies, because I like Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat was amazing. All right. 01, that's cool.
94. I love
94.
it. 94
all right. Strong years. What were we just talking about? Uncharted. Bro. So Uncharted is one of my all-time favorite video games, like all time. Tops. And so one of the characters, Victor Sullivan, is being played by Mark Wahlberg. So generally, I kind of struggle with that. You know, the whole I'm doing science over here. He's either good or he's terrible. Like I can't. There's no middle ground with the guy. No. Now, luckily, he's in a position where he can't carry or ruin the movie. But when you have that love of characters, as someone who's played all 5 games and is a huge fan, it's kind of hard seeing the new take on it. So we'll see how it goes. But at the same token, I'm super excited about it because they're basically just the trailer was giving us all of the video game stuff that you do that you love playing. So pretty amped.
Crazy Man says I half-hearted Sonic as well, but when I saw it, I liked it. Yeah, no, and I think that was a testament to geeks changing something for the better.
Mm-hmm.
Which maybe now they should have listened about Star Wars. That's all I'm saying. The last 3 Star Wars movies. Not Rogue One, because Rogue One was amazing.
Rogue One was amazing. That's one of the best Star Wars movies, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
It made the other movies better.
Well, Crazy Man, what do you think about Super Mario Brothers since it's animated? How do you feel about that? Do you think it will still hold up? What direction do any of you think that the new Super Mario Brothers are going to go with? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Nintendo Cinematic Universe, perhaps. Ooh, that could be interesting. Oh, that could be really interesting. Not could be. It would be.
Everyone doing an Avengers movie and call it Super Smash Brothers. I would be a huge fan of that.
Oh, 100%.
Because, I mean, you have such a rich world, man. Give me Star Fox. Give me everybody, you know, just dig deep. Give me Link. Come on, give me a Legend of Zelda movie.
I don't know how Disney doesn't have a Kingdom Hearts movie in development.
Right? Holy cow, man. You talk about a strong IP right there. I mean, you combine Final Fantasy and freaking Disney. Okay.
And you own them all. You own everybody. Go do it. Why not?
It's insane. I'm glad, Crazy Man. I have listened to everyone. I will watch Sonic. I will get into it. Everyone has praised it. So,
well, why don't we watch it here? We're not doing anything. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's our show.
We can do whatever we want. Hell
yeah! Pull up the trailer. The trailer. Okay, first pause it because I don't want it to play.
Oh wow! So Crazy Man just said that not sure yet, but the actress from Queen's Gambit is Princess Peach, so Anya Taylor-Joy. That's awesome. She's amazing.
Oh, I think she'd be great, but they've already said that it's going to be animated movie. So like that's the thing. Like I would love to see a live action one but it's hard. How do you beat the original? The original live action movie was just the greatest cinematic quality of all time.
I mean, really, when you have two powerhouses like John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins, just absolutely flexing their incredible muscles and showing off how good they are against that Koopa. I mean, what a crazy, creepy Koopa.
They're not going to give that to us. Let's see. AJ says the kind of did back in the day with Captain N cartoon in the 80s. That would be cool.
That would be fun. Get Captain Lou Albano back. I mean, not him because he's dead, but someone like him.
Yeah, I'm down. Jack Black as Bowser. I'm all for it. Like I said, if he can play Jack in Heat Vision and Jack, he can play more hints to go watch it. More hints.
Really pushing that one.
I'm telling you, I think everybody should watch that. All right, here we go.
Quick stretch, little snack, and here we go.
Sonic, I love that you want to help make a difference.
Mind if I drive?
But you're being reckless.
Don't worry, nobody's gonna get hurt.
Pretending to be Batman.
Blue Justice, trademark pending.
You're still just a kid.
Woohoo!
Trust me, there will come a moment when your powers will be needed. But you don't choose that moment. That moment chooses you.
I just got goosebumps.
So did
Wait
I.
a second, did you steal that from Oprah?
I want James Martin to tell me that.
Papa's got a brand new stash.
And it works.
Since I've been gone, I've discovered the source of ultimate power.
That sounds big. It's been on my vision board for years.
Hope I'm not too late.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, you hold on.
This is what we're
there,
gonna
buddy.
do.
You hold
Step
on.
1, light taunting. Step 2, I have no idea. That wasn't too bad. Today's forecast calls for a 100% chance of adventure. Return to sender. Face it, you're never going to get my power.
Love this.
Do I look like I need your power? Where are my manners?
Sonic, meet Knuckles.
Yep.
Right?
I am super excited for that.
Right? That's amazing.
Bro, Tails was my jam back in the day. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that was one of the best games ever. So that's awesome.
Oh, I'm so excited to see where this goes. Just says incredible muscles, more like how many drugs and alcohol can someone consume and still make a movie? You mean Vincent D'Onofrio's?
No, I think he's referring to the Super Mario Brothers.
Oh. Well, it's just a mushroom. That's not drugs. It's just mushrooms.
Yeah, it's just shrooms, guys.
It's all natural.
They're barely drugged.
Crazy Man said, I'd imagine a Logan-style film, call it Mario. Oh, that would be awesome. Black and white posters, bare arm, gloved hand, holding a red bloody wrench, a toad hand holding it.
Oh my god!
I'm in. 100%.
And then at some point, when he finally has to go off against the people, he's grabbing a flower and he's like, "Oh, I thought I wouldn't do this again." And takes it off, just turns it to fire and just smokes everybody. God, I love it.
I like your take on that Goku versus Vegeta vibe. I like it. And it's spot on, really.
Yeah.
Just kind of see. There's so much stuff like they got coming out. Oh my god, I can't even show. Like, all right. So yes, I'm all right. I'm going to embarrass myself here, but I don't really care because I do it all the time. So I have my YouTube page up, right?
Right.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to explain this first because I deserve that. I deserve an explanation before I show it. I watch a lot of things, like videos from doctors, especially like I have the kidney stones, I had the staghorn, and I will watch things to figure out like what's going on in my body at any given
Mhm.
moment. You know?
How does this work? What does it look like? Yeah.
So I do have a lot of things from doctors pop up. I also do a lot of research into the vaccine and things like that because I want to know, especially with the kids and everything else, what's what. Now, I'm not getting political. I'm not talking about all that stuff. But then, on a rare occasion, I get this, and that is increase your penile length. And if I thought that I needed to do that, I wouldn't have shown you that. But I'm showing it to you now.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that? I might need those details. Hold on. That's
You want me to send you the video? But I go to click on it because they're like, oh, what trailers we have out now? And it's not trailers. There we go. It's that.
That's pretty exciting. Yeah, we went from trailers to that increase your penile length. Well, I mean, I don't really need to. I've always heard that 3 inches is more than enough.
You shut your mouth. You know you're bigger than that. No,
Only in my own mind.
No. I've been told.
That is uncomfortable. Actually, no, we've both been told about each other's junk, so I mean, it is what it is.
We
At
have
this
been.
point, that's how you know the bond is real. It's like, oh yeah, I know all about this dude's balls and
We're Eskimo brothers.
yeah, we are. We have fish from the same ice hole.
That's true. In fairness, I mean, you do too, but we have a lot of fish. So, there's a lot of us out there that all fished in that ice hole.
Yep, valid.
I have no trailers here for us. All right. I don't need trailers. I can take on fucking. Oh, wait. Have you seen the Halo series trailer?
No.
Damn it. Why do I?
That sounds interesting. Isn't there hold on. Is Matrix fucking the new movie coming out in like a week?
Yeah, Christmas.
I haven't even seen the trailer for that thing.
All right, I'll show it to you.
Let's do it.
Give me a sec. Let me. No, stop it. Stop doing things.
Crazy man. Jeez.
There we go. Take a photo. Photon, a Barbie credit card. Barbie hand holding it. Oh, listen. Dick pic with Barbie credit card. 12/22/21. Okay, that's when it makes. Listen, I don't have to take a picture of my dick. I'm married now. I'm never worrying about my dick again.
I'm still uncomfortable because I don't like to send unsolicited pictures of my dong.
Nor should you ever, even if they are asked for it. Save yourself.
I'd rather be in a relationship. I don't know. That's so weird. 20-year-old me is smacking the taste right out of my mouth, going, "What is wrong with you?" But yeah, I mean, it's over now.
I'm telling you now, I'm married and I would never do it. I'm not sending a picture of my dick to anyone.
Valid, because you never know who's going to send it to where.
And anytime I've ever been asked to send a picture of my dick, I've sent a picture of somebody else's dick.
Oh, that's smart.
Listen,
So you just got a lot of dicks on your phone at the ready?
At the ready. You never know, and you have to measure it by who you're sending it to.
Exactly. It's all about dick prepping.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I had no direction with that at all, and I went there and I still don't know where I am.
I'm glad we got there though.
Here's Halo. Speaking of dicks. Master Chief. It
You're
looks
special.
cool.
Looks really good.
It's live action.
In fact, I'm counting on it. We're lost in the dark. But you give people hope.
I like Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah,
and
Bokeem
I
Woodbine's
will
great.
always be with you. I see this as a new beginning.
He looks cool.
I think it looks great.
So
And
let me ask,
Halo's always done well. There was a Halo movie that came out, live action. I don't remember getting a lot of traction, but I was a really big fan of it. And it was actually really good. I want to say it was on Netflix. Where did I see that?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah,
But here's the thing. I never owned an Xbox.
Mhm.
I've played Halo, but like not owning an Xbox, you're not really going to get too hard into it.
Yeah.
What do you think the big draw is about Halo? Why do people, and especially gamers, love this game so much?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. Original OG Xbox for me, it was one of the first games that I was able to actually link up with friends and play online. So that was a big deal, was the online arena. At the same time, Unreal Tournament was out, and Unreal was more of a online computer game. So this was the first time that a console got that, at least in my brief memory, where I was playing a console game that I was able to interact with other people. Halo's also always been a really cool idea and a really cool story because you have alien bad guys, so everyone's comfortable killing aliens. You've got this one sort of greater than character. He's almost the Jedi, you know, he's the Master Chief. He's the best of the best, the most badass. And who doesn't want to fucking play Rambo? You know, doesn't want to be one of the most badass people in the galaxy that's known about. And it was a very compelling story. You know, they had even the bad guys were afraid of the other bad guys that you're killing. So it's like the other big bad was believable. You could get behind it. So I think the story has always been fascinating that way. The story of Master Chief has been really cool, and it's a strong sci-fi story. They do a great job with it. Forward Unto Dawn was the movie I was trying to think of.
Okay, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, Halo Forward Unto Dawn was actually a lot of fun. So I think Halo just it's able to. Plus, remember that it became a book series, so a lot of people followed up with that. It was marketed really well, and they did a fantastic job. And they hit a bunch of kids who, if you were going in the military, you wanted to play that character. If you were not going to the military, you still wanted to be a badass and play that kind of character. If you wanted to fight zombies, you can go fight alien zombies. I mean, they kind of have a little bit of everything for everyone.
And then Grand Theft Auto came out and ruined it for everybody.
Pretty much, yeah. Then they just, then you could get hookers, and who wanted anything beyond that?
Master Chief doesn't do hookers. Here's the Matrix Resurrections trailer.
Oh, right.
We can't see it, but we're all trapped inside these strange repeating loops.
Billions of people just living out their lives.
Oblivious. But this is the moment for you to show us what is real. I remember this.
So deja vu. And yet it's obviously all wrong. Maybe this isn't the story we think it is.
They taught you good. Made you believe their world was all you deserved. But some part of you knew that was a lie. Some part of you remembered what was real.
It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head. Something else makes the same kind of noise.
War.
What happens to Neo? The most important choice in Neo's life. It's not his to make.
She believed in me. It's my turn to believe in her.
Part of me feels like I have been waiting my whole life for you.
If you want to see Trinity again, fight for her!
I saw this in a dream. My dream ended here.
I still know Kung Fu.
I
So what do you
really
think?
like the fact. I really like the fact that he's using his magical powers now. I like that we're seeing more of that. And this looks like a movie that could hopefully open up a series the way I think Animatrix, really, really could have opened those doors. They bit their own head off with their own bullshit by the third, so I wasn't as interested in these movies.
Yeah.
But that looks cool. I mean, it's Matrix. The first one I saw in the movie theaters changed my life. It was so fucking cool. It's just awesome. So I'm really excited for it. So I mean, I'm hoping it does not suck.
Yeah, me too. I'm right there with you. I can't stand the second and third one, so I'm anxious to see what they did with this one.
I mean, the second one was cool. The third one had weird rave that lasted way too fucking long. Hey, George, what's up, buddy?
George, welcome, man. It's like a long time no see. We weren't
right?
on your show or anything earlier. But welcome again, everybody. This is open forum, so please sound off in the comments. We're going to bring you up. We're going to talk about it. If there's any topics or questions, they could be stuff going on, and like you want to know what we think, or we want to talk about theories about anything. Please let us know. Or if you just have some topics that you want to kind of get into, like whatever, like we do that as well. What are your cameo predictions for No Way Home? Like this question a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it up too, so that way if anybody joins in, they can, join in. Let's take it one by one.
Okay.
Let's right out of the gate. Let's just get Toby and Andrew out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other Spider-Men are going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Venom.
Okay.
What about you? Who you got?
I'm gonna say, I think Spider-Man 2099.
Really?
I think that would be fun. I hope even if it's an after credit scene, I really hope that we get that Spider-Man. Scarlet Spider is another possibility. If we're going to just completely rip it open, 2099 might be a little more difficult to stretch to. I think Scarlet Spider is a little more achievable.
Well, have you seen the trailer for Across the Spider-Verse, the new sequel to? Because I know they have Spider-Man 2099 in there.
Yeah, they've been using him a lot there. I think that's going to be more focused on his timeline because he's able to actually travel the multiverse.
Yeah,
so that's why it would make sense for him to potentially show up.
Gwen Stacy's a good
but
one.
She has a broken neck.
Jesus Christ!
I'm telling you, MJ's going to die in this one. I've been fucking saying it. I'll tell you a cameo. You want a cameo? MJ's broken body. That's the cameo you're going to get.
All right. Here's the thing. I do not think she's going to die.
Ugh, everyone with this goddamn redemption for Gwen Stacy bullshit.
No. I think something more heartbreaking is going to happen.
You think he's going to die?
No, Tom Holland's got like 3 more Spider-Man movies.
Fair.
He's signed on. Like he tried to play it off in his little article where he's like, "No, I think if I'm playing this in my 30s, that'd be sad." No, you don't. You like this money. You get to do whatever other movie you want to do. And you get to play Spider-Man, get this money, get this fame, get this power. Like, shut up.
I would never stop that gig. Everybody was like, I want to move on to something else. But okay, I wouldn't.
I think Matt Murdock is going to be in the movie.
Yeah, agreed. Matt Murdock. I think. I hope that we get either Luke Cage or Jessica Jones, one of the other Defenders.
That'd be cool. But I think Matt Murdock opens that door for that. And I think we would definitely get some cool ones on the TV show. But to go back to the Mary Jane thing real quick, I think she's going to survive. Or something's going to be changed where, like, she survives, but Peter has to make everyone forget that he's Spider-Man so that way they can live their lives without him. And once that happens, everyone forgets. She goes off to college. Whoever else goes off to college, lives their lives, doesn't know, and he moves away. And he just becomes Spider-Man on his own.
Interesting. He wouldn't link up with the Avengers?
I think, well, he could still link up with the Avengers, but they just wouldn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Right, yeah.
And I think anything that's him going forward, or even if you take him out of the Avengers and they don't remember him, you make it in that way. That could be cool. So he moves to New York City now. He's on his own. He's in college. He's doing his own thing. He's got nobody to help or support him. He's just Spider-Man. And then you kind of go from there. And wherever that plays out. And the next 3 movies are just him being Spider-Man on his own in the college years.
Interesting.
And then maybe down the line he meets up with Mary Jane again.
So yeah, non-corpse Corpse-ified.
Non-corpseified. No Marvel zombies in this. AJ says a pretty cool one. A cool post-credit scene would see Deadpool show up Terminator 1 style.
Dun, 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 dun.
I like the idea of Deadpool showing up in a post-credit scene. But I also like the idea of like it's him just seeing kind of a play on Venom, where they saw who he was and he was like, nice suit. But Deadpool sees him and is like, and it just starts whistling like, let me tell you about my best friend.
Yes. Oh my gosh, because he totally sees him as like, hey, you're a being of almost infinite lifespan who can't die like me. Like that would be a great combination.
Gwen in her Spidey costume. What a sexy ass is going in that suit. All right, George, you go right for it.
I mean, I don't know yet because Dove Cameron currently plays her or did play her on the Marvel Rising when it was an animated series called Marvel Rising where she played Gwen Stacy. Dove Cameron was the young lady who played Mal in the Descendants series movies.
Okay, I have no idea who that is.
Totally fair. Yep, nope, I get it. But so she would be one potential to possibly fill in there. I'm not really sure who else. I don't know who's one of the it people right now. I mean, Charlize Theron for me forever, but probably needs to be younger than that.
I prefer great stuffing, but that's just me. No, it would be cool to see. I don't know. Haley Steinfeld plays her in the Spider-Verse movies, so that'd be interesting. But let's see.
She's already Hawkeye. We can't have that.
No, she's the new Hawkeye. Magneto gets zapped to Statue of Liberty just before X-Men ending. That would be funny, but I don't think that will fit the storyline.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work. I would like to see John Bernthal's Punisher potentially make a pop-up.
Yeah, you got to bring him back, but that's too disturbing and violent for Disney Plus. They'll never do it.
Well, and that's the thing is you don't need to bring him back as the Punisher we saw on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? We've already established who John Bernthal's Punisher is. You can just do the same thing without showing the actual final kills and the shots and all that, you know. You go back to the Dolph Lundgren style where, you know, you just see him, see the bad guy, see him shoot a gun, go back, bad guy's dead.
And no, they're going to have to do that with Matt Murdock and Daredevil because like that was an ultra-violent show too.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see where they go with it for sure. I am excited. We are kind of wrapping up, guys, because we're going on an hour, and we appreciate everybody like jumping in and stuff like that. But it seems to be slowing down a little bit, so I want to kind of take it down a bit. But if you're enjoying these Sunday night shows, please let me know so that way we can keep continuing them. We will be taking a break after the 22nd, which is a Wednesday. The Real Combat Christmas special will be out. We're taking a 2-week break. We will have a new show for New Year's Eve.
Yes.
So you will be able to see us. It won't be a live show, but you will see us on New Year's Eve doing a countdown of some of our favorite things and also counting down to the ball drop. So if you are looking,
you can have us start at whatever specified time to make sure it hits at midnight and ring in the new year with your favorite snobs.
And I'm going to have a little counter in there and everything so you guys can jump in. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And so, guys, we really appreciate you and everything else watching. If you guys are interested in knowing more about the Scene Snobs, go to thescenesnobs.com, or you can listen to the end credits roll. But just so you guys know, we got everything. Follow us, like, subscribe all over. We have updates everywhere. You can join our Patreon. We have 2 tiers now. The Support the Scene Snobs tier, and then we have the which is $2 a month, and then we have the $5 a month, which has a ton of perks, which I think I have somewhere. Here we go. I think this is it, or this is it.
Oh, yeah. Percolation.
A ton of perks going on, stuff like that. And we have more added. So right now, Mixed Movie Picks, which will come out tomorrow, is already up there for everybody to watch and check it out. But we appreciate you. Bruce Campbell needs to do a cameo in this. I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
100%.
And George G3 says, Happy and Aunt May both die, and that truly puts Peter on his own. And the Avengers do forget because everyone has to, and Doctor Strange knows too much of the multiverse, and he sacrificed himself at the end of this Spider-Man. No, he doesn't. He comes back. He has his own movie coming out.
Yeah, but I still like the idea where George going because he could sacrifice himself in this reality.
No. We need Doctor Strange. I'm not allowing that. And
We'll get
plus,
into 17 realities.
he says in one of the trailers, he's like, soon everybody will forget that you're Spider-Man. It's nice knowing you, Peter Parker. And so, like, I have a feeling like it's going to work on him too.
Yeah, because I mean, he does know. I mean, he does have the Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah. So stuff like that. It's going to be really interesting going forward. I can't wait to see it. There will be 2 reviews that we have come out that night on the 16th, and that is a spoiler review and a non-spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, you can check out the non-spoiler review. If you have seen it, you can hear what the spoiler review is. Yes,
have 2 lines.
He goes into the multiverse in his next movie. Yes, but he is the main character. You're not going to sacrifice. All right, everybody. I love you guys. We talked a lot about movie theories, but Doctor Strange dying isn't one of them. I'm not allowing that theory to occur.
I totally accept it. I love everybody. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure as always, Mick, my friend. You are a man among men. I love you much.
I love you, buddy. I appreciate you jumping in. Thank you all for jumping in. Had a really good time. Wait, I have to see first Eternals first. You son of a bitch.
Probably don't.
Yeah, you probably don't. All right, everybody, take care.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Mick Manhattan, the Scene Snob, and you can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, or you can check it out on any podcast platform or our YouTube channel anytime after that. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. If you guys want to join, check us out over on thescenesnobs.com. We have links
so many more, and I will change.
The Scene Snobs merch store is open. You can check that out too. Links again on the site, or like, follow, and subscribe on all of our social media. Again, head over to thescenesnobs.com. It's all there for you guys. Love you, and we'll talk to you guys soon.